Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Sweet low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, what did I see? Coming for to carry me home, to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Sweet low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
Okay. Is that okay? That's loud. First of all, I want to thank the Rogers for inviting us again, and being able to speak for a sister that we've known for a while, and we've been here last time for who we know as Dawayad David. I want to tell y'all we appreciate it for letting us come through and speak on her name, like you did for the brother Dawayad David. We're not gonna take up too much time and talk too much, but we do want to say a few things, because I know the sister Dorcas would want us to represent her correctly. Um, we're just gonna go to a few scriptures. This is Wisdom of Solomon 4, verse 7. And I think these scriptures really are going to represent her. It's going to tell us a little bit about something about their path, her and her husband. Because we still got a lot of respect for him, too. We got a lot of respect for the whole fam. I know a lot of y'all don't know us. You know what I mean? But she continually was in contact with us, communicating. She watched class. She continually tried to keep her mind and spirit moving forward in the spirit of Christ, learning and growing. The last conversation that one of the priests had with her was she was an inspiration, being an elder sister and still carrying herself in the wisdom of Christ. So that, truthfully, that's no cap. That was the last conversation he had where he was like, sister, you are truly an inspiration, and thank you. You know, so this is Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 7. Read it.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 4 and verse 7. But though the righteous be prevented with death.
Right. And we know that this happens. But we see that this sister being prevented was righteous. And a lot of times people just say that and want to big up their family, but this sister really tried to do what Christ said, which is putting off the old and putting on the new. And her being an elder sister was it was an inspiration and an example. It should be for all of us, that no matter how old or how young, you can change and you can move forward in the spirit of Christ. It should be what we are aspiring to, and this is what the elder women and men in the ancient days did for us. And it's beautiful to see now it's possible. Not just in the ancient biblical days, but now it is possible for a sister like Dorcas to represent Christ and to show us that you can be strong, you can be humble at her age, and do the will of Christ and show us how to change continually. So, read on.
Yet shall he be in rest.
Or rather, in this case, she is at rest. And this is nobody wants that, but the Most High knows what time and when to take the righteous from us. Go ahead.
Verse 8. For honorable age is not that which standeth in length of time.
So it wasn't just about her age. A lot of people proclaim to be elders and older people, but don't act like it. When you look at her and you look at what she's done for her family, right, and took the mantle for her husband after he passed, this is what she did. She dwelled in honor. She lived in honor. She wasn't wilding out. She was an example to be looked at. And I don't know how y'all feel about her, but that's how we look at her, as a strong example, a strong leader, a strong woman. So, read on.
Nor that is measured by number of years.
There's a lot of old people, but y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what time it is. A lot of old people are acting fools. She wasn't one of them. She was a strong example. Go ahead.
But wisdom is the gray hair unto men.
And that's how she carried herself. She carried herself like a woman of wisdom. And that's why when these scriptures were put I was like, man, the Most High is showing us what was really in this sister. It's speaking about her. It's just not just the average scripture. Yes, it pertains to everybody, but this scripture, this sister lived it. And as well as her husband, man. You got to look at how many women in the Bible actually stepped up in honor after their husband passed, and see that example this sister followed, and it's beautiful. Go ahead.
And an unspotted life is old age.
And that's what she should have taught us, how in old age you can be unspotted. You can change your ways, you can change your actions, you can change your doings, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, like Christ said. It's possible. Now, I know we're definitely not up there in that age, even myself, but she's a aspiration for all of us. She's an aspiring for all of us. Don't call yourself falling short, no matter what age, youth or old. Go ahead.
He pleased God.
He what?
He
Let's put it for her, because we know it's talking to man and women. So let's talk to her. Go ahead.
She pleased God.
She what?
Pleased God.
She pleased God, and that's you know what? Read it. It's going to tell us.
And was beloved of her.
Right. And now, a lot of times when we look at these moments, we think, oh, wow, this thing that is precious was taken from us. But she pleased the Most High. And I know, I look at all you brothers and sisters here, and I see that her example, it was just beyond the Most High, God. She actually showed y'all and pleased y'all as a mother, grandmother, as an example. So this is what we felt in the spirit that needed to be relayed, that Dorcas pleased the Most High. Go ahead.
So that living among sinners.
So that what?
Living among sinners.
Go ahead.
She was translated.
Right. So we're understanding that she living amongst sinners, being translated. And she lived a long, beautiful, we would all hope to live the life she lived, right? With wisdom and an example, with the life, with the love around her, the family around her, and how she did it. We would all hope. So, once again, something to aspire to. Go ahead.
Yea, speedily was she taken away.
Why was she taken away?
Lest that wickedness should alter her understanding.
And this is why the Most High had to take her at this time. Not before, not later, but now. Everybody knows where these days are going. Most High didn't want her to be part of this. He took her to not be tainted with all the evil and wickedness that's consuming this earth. Whether you see it or not. Go ahead.
Lest that wickedness should alter her understanding, or deceit beguile her soul.
So she was pure in mind, in heart, in spirit. And y'all see her works. I know nobody really has to vouch for her works as far as scripture-wise, but the Most High is vouching for her. So that's why he took her. To keep her pure, to keep her from all these things of this wicked kingdom. Go ahead.
Verse 13.
Right.
Her.
All right, go from there. Go to Wisdom of Solomon 4:13.
Verse 13.
Go ahead.
She being made perfect in a short time.
She being made what?
Perfect in a short time.
You look at when Christ started working in her life and moving her. Perfection, it didn't take 100 years. It didn't take 90 years. It didn't take 1,000 years. It took her life. It took when she gave herself, she dedicated herself. And you see that through her character, because she did that to her family. She did that to being a mother. She did that to being a grandmother. Dedicating. It doesn't take long. And that's what she did. That's why we're all here. That's why the love is pouring out for her. Go ahead.
She being made perfect in a short time fulfilled a long time.
Right. this is what represents her, I think. She being made perfect in a short time. What?
Being made fulfilled a long time.
Fulfilled a long time. So the Most High said it's time. It's time. It's time for you to be with me. It's time for you to be with your husband and come out of this world that is consuming everything. So hopefully we can learn from her example. We can be inspired by her age. We can be inspired by her love and her wisdom, and follow those good things in her. Go ahead.
For her soul pleased the Lord.
Right. Her soul pleased the Lord. So hopefully that can give us some peace to know that she pleased the Most High. Right? So the Most High said, okay, now it's time. Go ahead.
Therefore hasted her to take her away from among the wicked.
There you go. Go from there. This is going to be the last one. This is Ecclesiasticus 11:28. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 11:28.
Mm-hmm.
Judge none blessed before his death.
So how do we know that she is blessed? Right? When we look at her, how do we know? This is the proof. Everybody here. That's how we know she's blessed. Because all the people that came to show love and mourn for her and show respect to the family, this is how we know what type of woman she is, she was, and how she lived. Go ahead.
For a woman shall be known in her children.
So let's take a look at her family. Let's look at how much love she put in her family, her house. And that was going to be the representation to know that if she was blessed. And it's told. Look at everybody. You know, I wish we could have got all of our schools up here, you know, because everybody had love for her. Everybody knew she was online. Yeah, she couldn't travel like she wanted, but she still showed love. She still showed respect in what we were doing. She still showed attendance. So, you know, we just wanted to come and show our love as well to her, to the family, and to everybody that's supporting. And hopefully the wisdom of Christ speaks to her example. That was it. Okay, if Priest Nakashwan can come up.
Good afternoon, everybody. What's happening? I'm a priest and officer 1000 Nakashawan of the ISUBK, and I came here today to honor this sister. I came here as a son. I came here as a brother. You're going to hear me refer to her son Simeon as Barak. You'll hear that from time to time. But that's his name where we are. Today may seem like a rough day today. But when you look at the light that this sister was able to shine, it doesn't seem as dark as we think or feel that it is, you know. These type of gatherings like this, we are told to mourn, and that's no problem. You could definitely do that. But however, it's the experience that this beautiful sister has left behind is the thing that's supposed to be lighting us up and making us feel good. You understand? And that's something that we need to be marveled at and amazed at, because I seen the sister's work that she did with us. I seen the Passovers that she would attend, the food that she would make. She would counsel certain sisters sometimes. She would give them advice about cooking recipes. She didn't share it with me. I wanted to know, and I'm going to get with you personally because I still want to learn how to make chicken, because I don't know how to make chicken. But that sister left a legacy with me, and I'm going to share a little bit with you guys. So in the book of John, chapter 4, and verse 24, it says, God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And the spirit is this vibe that we're feeling right now. You ever hear somebody say, you in good spirits, and it gives you that spirit because that spirit is good. You know when somebody is in bad spirits because they'll feel bad. And then in turn, that feeling then transfers to you. I never felt bad around this sister. Never. I never felt bad around her at all, which goes to show you that she was living in the spirit of the Most High and in truth. She followed. It's very difficult to do what we do or just live. A lot of us experience conditions every day where we go out into the world, we get ridiculed for looking a certain type of way or feeling a certain type of way or being. But this sister did not let that bother her at all. And that is something worth honoring and looking up to. This is John 4 and 23, Salakia. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. That's what the Most High does. He's searching for brothers and sisters to worship him. And that sister was a shining example of that, doing everything that the Lord asked her to do and going above and beyond to do just a little bit more. And we equate this to faith without deeds, right? You got to have the two. It'll be almost equivalent to having a gym membership, expecting results, and you don't go to the gym. You believe because you have the membership that you're good, but you got to put in that work too. You definitely got to put in the work, and that sister did just that. She is the example of Titus 2 and 3. She gave counsels to sisters who were not the aged woman likewise, but to young sisters, to guide them in a direction that was righteous. If we were today honoring a celebrity, a lot of people would look at the celebrity and go, man, that legacy, I want to follow that. We need to be looking at this legacy and saying, I want to follow something like that. Because it was absolutely beautiful just to be in the awe of this sister. And that's coming from a son and a brother. I hadn't got the chance to meet the entire family. I will today. But if this event didn't take place, we all wouldn't be here. We're here together today because of the spirit of this sister. And we have to connect within that spirit. It doesn't sadden me. I don't have any pain. But I know that the light that she left behind will shine bright in not only myself, but to the family and friends that are here. You know, I don't want to keep you guys too much because we got things to do. We got a lot of healing to go through, and that time is now, for sure. I thank you guys for your time, all right? I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to have Jordan Rogers come up. Jordan Rogers.
How y'all doing? Y'all looking good? Everybody, thank y'all for coming out. I just want to read Proverbs 31. It wasn't one of her favorite verses, but I guess it was. She definitely led by this verse. It's talking about a virtuous woman. And for many people who don't know what a virtuous woman is, a virtuous woman is someone who loves God and shows her love through her actions and words. And that's something my nana always did. Proverbs 31. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. What, my son? And what the son of my womb? And what the son of my vows? Give not thy strength unto woman, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, nor for prince strong drink, lest they drink and forget the law and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. Open thy mouth for the dumb, and in the cause of all such as are appointed to destruction. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She would do him good and not evil in all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant's ship. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She considereth a field, and buyeth it with the fruit of her hands. She planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good, her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spittle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, she reaching forth her hands to the needy. And that's something she always did. One thing about her, she gonna go out and above and beyond. She worked hard, and she gonna do just that. She is not afraid of the snow, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates, when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen, and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in times to come. She opened her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but though excellence them all, favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her own work praise her in the gates. And that's that.
Why should I feel discouraged? And why should the shadows come? And why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is He. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm free. Oh, His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm free. Oh, His eye. Oh, His eye is on the sparrow, and I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, He watches me.
What's going on, my people? We'll start the remarks now and family talking. I mean, 3 days later or an hour later, how much can you say for Juattee Rogers? But I mean, my thing is, if you want to know something about yourself, what you do? Ask somebody else, right? So, I mean, my favorite thing about my mom, finesse, beauty, style, flamboyance, you know what I mean? Wisdom, honor. Can I have like 5 different things from y'all? Integrity. Well, I'm like specific moments though. Specific moments, like when you in her kitchen, she cooking, what she say to you? Or when she over your house. You know? And I mean, huh? She wanna share everything. Everything, right? Right? Anybody else? Forgiveness? Yeah. Right. See? Shalom. Facts, every time. To everybody though. Her and my dad. Anybody else? Huh? Helpful. Yeah. Hey, she ever put y'all in check though? I know she put me in check. She was heavy-handed too, you know what I'm saying? Don't get Joy Rogers messed up. You know how many times I've been out with my mom, see me and I, we be little. Like, Ma, please don't, you know, when she would put you in check, she in the right every time. Don't get it twisted. So, you know, it's like, no, Ma, not today, Ma. Because everybody see how beautiful she is. She stand up straight with her posture. She sit straight. She walk like a model. But, hey, don't get it for 1 second twisted by Joy Rogers, you know? Through and through, from sweet to the other side. Any other moment somebody got? The what now? The best auntie hugs. There it is. Respect. That's a big one. Oh my God. Before you leave the door, the angels of the Lord watching over you and keeping you all your ways. And I love you, and God loves you, and I do too. She's going to say that line right there every time. Before bed, before you leave the house, when you get back to the house. You know, my mom used to live. That's why I'm so touchy now, because my mom, you couldn't leave the house without her loving on you and touching you and kissing you about 3 or 4 times before one time leaving the house. You know? Anybody else? Kindness? All right. See? The scriptures. Hey, look, if you look at the conclusion every day, straight up. Okay, but Jay? Yeah. $16. Thank you, huh? Hey, you still got to do it. Hey, man, my last thing. Hey, look. Let's have a standing ovation for Joy Rogers right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Whoever wants to say something, may y'all make a cue, a line, and I'm finished with mine.
I'm gonna show my head for this one. take my hat off. Last time I saw my auntie, we were supposed to be getting ready to ride down to my mom's retirement ceremony / birthday. And we got the news that she was in the hospital. God had already spoken to me on some things about it, so I already knew what was going on. This is the first time I really been somewhere and been able to rejoice. Somebody told me when you cry in tears and they're tears of joy, you should just let those fall. All the other ones you could wipe off. I just finished reading the word. Me and Auntie had talked about it before she passed away. I got to hang out with her. And it's so awesome that I'm reading in there. And I see God talk to Moses. And he tells Moses he's going to speak. And Moses say, well, I don't got the mouth. I don't know. He said, man, I create your mouth. He said, I give them eyes to see and ears to hear. And then you go down the line, and God shows me the prophets. He shows them giving them a word about a son of man coming. His name is Jesus. So he's going to perform works, but only those with eyes to see and ears to hear are going to be able to know it's him. Then you go all the way over to where Jesus is there. And he's telling all these people, only those with eyes to see and ears to hear will hear. Right? Then you get all the way over to Apostle Paul, talking about only the eyes to see and ears to hear. The eyes to see and the ears to hear what? It's all about the works. And when you go and you hang out with Auntie, you see the works. And you know a tree by the fruit that it bears. And the fruit that she had, you could bite from. And you be inspired. So I can't even sit here and like cry for real. Because to see somebody run a race like that, I only get one thing, right? And I made sure I highlighted it, right? Like made sure I found it. Make sure I got that. Got to give it to y'all real quick. Because all God wants for us is to run this race. And we want a light to come from us, right? Because it's got to be a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your path. So by the time we finish our race, everybody can sit down here and talk about our works. But them coming here talking about our works is not just for her. It's for the glory of God. So that everybody that don't understand how it really is can see how it really is, because there ain't no way somebody can lose a husband and come back and still be as strong and powerful as they are. If you want to honor somebody's death, and you want to honor what they did and they walked in his name, and they were virtuous, and they inspired you so much, then walk like they walked, and talk like they talked, and do what they did, because that's the fruit. And if you ate the fruit, and you got the seed, then your seed will bear more fruit, and you will tell what tree you are by the fruit you bear. If you can get out here and you can lead people to Christ like she led people to Christ without saying a single word, then you know that you'll be able to say what she said. And she got to say what Apostle Paul said. 2 Timothy 4:6. For I am already being poured out as a drink offering. At the time of my departure has come. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award me on that day. And not only to me, but also to all who have loved his appearing. Because there will come a day when judgment will come across to all of us. And it'll declare you either over here or over there. But on that day when we get taken up, I promise you, if you do us right and you get to get in, man, we're going to see them on the way up, all the way on to the other side. That's all I got to say. Thank you, Aunt Juattee, for all you've done.
Good afternoon, family and friends. I had the pleasure of meeting Dave and Juattee probably over 40 years ago. I lived across the street from the house that they lived in, and so I was able to watch them early on. And I will tell you what stands out to me about Juattee are three things. Number one, being a loving wife. She loved Dave. She was a Titus 2 woman, and I hope that someday I will be half the wife that she was today, because she was a rider before that term was cool. When I also think about Juattee, I think about a mother. Juattee and Dave made bonus kids popular in the 80s. before it was a thing. But they truly lived out what it meant to be a blended family. They also worshiped the Lord. Whether what religion it was, whether it was the religion from before, the past, they loved the Lord together. As a child, they would have Bible study for the people in the neighborhood. They had a sign made. They would put a sign on the door, and it would say Bible study in session. Guess who was the only person in the neighborhood at Bible study? As a child. And there are some other of my friends who are back there who grew up in our neighborhood. And I would try to convince them to go to Bible study. They were like, no, we want to play. Don't nobody want to read the Bible on a Saturday? But they love God, they love one another, and they love their family. I think about her cooking. I think about her waffles that she would make on Saturday mornings. I think about her and Dave's date nights on Fridays. I think about her nieces coming to visit her. So not only did she love her husband, she loved her children, she loved her family, and she loved life. But like Randy said, she also was no punk. Because she would come home, and if Stacy had not done what he was supposed to do, she would say, Stacy, you're gonna get it. And the whole neighborhood would know that Stacy was in trouble. So I can rejoice right now. There are people back there in our old neighborhood. But when you think about, we have not lived together in over 30 years, but there are so many of us who took the time to come out today to pay our respects to this family because they were so special, and we rejoice because we know that they are now together again. Thank you.
Hello, family and friends. My name is Michael. I actually met Miss Rogers and Mr. Rogers, I would say, my second year in college. And we've been like family ever since. Everything been said about Miss Rogers, I can't put no better spin on it. But I can tell you guys what I saw and what has transpired to let me live my life the same way those two did. My wife back there, Carla, we've been married for going on 20 years now. And I'll tell you, the works of this woman and this man is something that's going to go down to my generation of kids. Every day I came to visit after college, they had sleepovers with all the grandkids. She followed her husband. He was a strong man. Hard working. Gonna tell you what's on their mind. Ain't gonna hold no punches. Gonna love their family. I mean love your family and friends. My wife gets sick. She always come over, bring us something. She cooks something for us. So, not many tears for me today because I'm just so proud of the woman the legacy that she left for all of us. And I just love them. I love them both. And I just, the example that they set, I'm going to live out my life the rest until it's out. And I hope my deeds add up to just like them, Mr. Rogers and Mr. Rogers. But I love you, family. I'm not a great public speaker, but I can tell you my experience, their actions, their fruits of their labor, going to live on forever through me and my family. So I love you guys, and I'm praying for you guys.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tina Rogers, and I'm my Nana's grandbaby, one of them, one of 13. I just wanted to speak to my family. Thankful for all her friends being here, too, but I just want to specifically speak to my family. They raised us, we were raised in love, and I know a lot has changed, but we gotta continue that love. I mean, I know we hurting right now, and it's really hard right now, y'all. It's hard, but the devil love to come and separate as much as he can, as much as he can. And y'all, I know we probably don't even talk like that, you know, but I'm always here for good now, because I'm in Georgia now for real. I know I'll be all over the place, but I'm back here in Georgia. Let's just come together. They done took us to Florida together. We done had trips. We done had good times together. It's nothing to just keep that going. Y'all always, how we was always welcome over there, and I'm pretty sure we still welcome over there. Y'all welcome wherever I'm at. So let's just keep that going and keep that love growing. The devil loves to come and separate. So let's just bond together, chuck up our boots and keep marching on and live that legacy on, because I know that's what Granddaddy and Nana wanted. So we got to do it, point blank, period. And I love y'all.
Many may not know me, but my name is Roger Stigall. I'm familiar with the family. Their mother and father was a brother and sister to me from another mother. It was much love. We spent a lot of time together. They would come over in my neighborhood, and we'd go out to eat almost, if not once a month, twice a month. And I would go over to their house and celebrate their life with them. I came to say that they lived a cherished life, and in spirit, they are together in heaven, and it is in their time and God's time that they joined hands together. We have to live the life that they showed, walk the path that they did in life to be in unity and bring unity to the family. I'm not much of a speaker, but I'm delivering this from my heart. If anything, they showed the path that a couple should walk together, to join together and stay together. They were always, and she was always, and she will always remember everything that was brought to her with the family. I missed them. I cried when I heard that she passed, and that's hard for me to do, because it's not a man's thing, it's just a solid thing. The father was greatly missed. I spent a lot of time with him. The sons know me, and it's a passing that we all should live and walk the path. If we fall off that path, we should look back at their lives and see how they stayed on it, and then remember to get back on it. That's all I have to say.
Speak to me. All right, sorry. He did want to say something. All right, what you want to say? Come right here, man. Huh? No? Say whatever's on your heart about your man and papa. You love him? Yeah. Because tell everybody this, how much you love him. Look at him and say, okay?
Okay. So, I love being with them, and love them. And I don't know now.
Make you laugh. That's
And
okay.
they
That's
always
fine.
make me laugh, and
So thank you, everybody.
thank you.
I definitely was not prepared to speak. However, my name is Janae. These are my daughters, Sanaya, Samaria. These are me and Simeon's kids. I've been in this family for quite some time now, 23 years. That's a lot of love right there. She's like a mom to me. But my daughters, they definitely want to speak to their grandmother. Um, this is hard because no matter what we went through, she never changed. Her love was very unconditional. Very unconditional. I could call on her for anything. Anything. And she still always had my back. Always. Samira. Y'all know Miss Juattee, y'all know my babies. These were her babies. Nana's girl. Samaria was the firstborn to me and Simeon. And she said this was like the daughter she never had. She wanted a girl, she never did get one. And this was her daughter. I can remember when I had her, I was needing a babysitter. You remember that, Simeon? We needed a babysitter. And Pop was like, no, we retiring, we about to vacation, and we ain't about to raise no more kids. And she said, I don't care what he say. You got a babysitter because nobody's keeping this little girl but me. She's not going to any daycare. This is my baby. And she has been there with them. She was there till she went off to school. Spring break galore. Like she's 3 years old, I think, when they took her on her first spring break vacation. And they've gone every year thus far. You can say it to me.
Okay, hi y'all. Y'all probably know me and my sister from being on her Facebook all the time. I'm trying. Me and my nana was very close. She taught me so much. She taught me how to read. If it was not for her, I wouldn't be half the person I am today. Honestly, as you may know, I am a senior in high school, and we talked about graduation all the time. That was actually one of our last conversations. And the day that I found out that she passed away, well, I was sitting in the hospital watching her, and I got I got to accept this letter to the school that we always talked about. I wish she could have seen me graduate, but I know she's always with me in spirit. Everybody, even if I moved away from Atlanta, all my family and friends in my new town, everybody knew my nana. Everybody knew. My classmates, they called her and my granddad the apples and oranges lady. Because when my first year going to to the new school, and they came, and they brought everybody books and apples and oranges. I thought it was kind of embarrassing then, but that's what they did. And I want to share one of my favorite memories was, I think it was like kindergarten or first grade. My birthday was like on the first day of school. And she said, Samaria, my nana cooked chocolate cupcakes for the whole cafeteria. The whole cafeteria. I was in like kindergarten. She had me being cool with fifth graders because she gave everybody in the lunchroom a cupcake. But I'm happy to see all my family. And
Hey y'all. Y'all know me, I'm Sanaya. I just gotta say that I'm really miss my nana. And that I know she'll always be with me. And she taught me how to read, write, and everything. And she would take me to baby time all the time. And I still got a lot of pictures when she took me. And I have so many memories with her. I didn't get to share as many as I did, as Samaria did with her, but it's still like so many that it's not, words cannot explain how much there are. And that I'm just gonna miss my twin, my nana. And I'm gonna love and miss her all the time.
Good afternoon. My name is Kevin Crowder. I heard so many of the wonderful things that you said about Auntie Juattee. But I wanted to add a few more. As loving and kind and spiritual as she was, great mother, great wife. One thing I admired about her the most is her toughness, her durability. If anybody, those who knew her, that she had a life-altering car accident, and it changed the course of her life. She had to retire and whatnot, but you would have never known. I mean, she never complained about anything. She just kept pushing, kept loving, kept teaching, irregardless of those things that happened in her life, that probably would have took a lot of us out. She was it's always admired how tough she was and how her ability to keep going no matter what was going on in her life. As she dealt with COVID and got through that and lost her husband and just kept rolling. So I just want to say I just admire her toughness, and I think that we all can use some of that durability.
Hello, family. It is really good to see how many of you are here today. Hadn't seen you in a while, but thank you for coming out. What I want to say today is that Nana and Daddy, they believed in living life to its fullest. They didn't take any junk off of anybody. Don't step to them if you were not up for that challenge. In your lives, each and every day, every one of you, this is the only life that we have. Have God in your life. Live life. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. We don't know when our day is. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends, no matter how often or less often. Love them, cherish them, your friends, your family. Let them know that you love them. I don't be on the phone a lot. I don't talk a lot. I don't be out and about a lot. But I'm going to start getting out a little more because I don't see and talk to people. But with the passing of so many people just this month alone, we don't have time. So take it to heart. We don't have time. Time is short, and we don't know when it is our time. I love you guys. Guys, I love you. Live life. Traveling that you have been putting off, do it. Vacations, skills that you want to learn, learning the piano, the flute, whatever it is, do it now. Start now. Don't wait, because we don't know. Don't wait. It's time to stop waiting. It's time to start doing. Live life now. Faith without works is dead. Live life like Nana and Dad showed us. They always went somewhere. They was balling. They were living like they were millionaires. Live like it's your last day. That's all I have to say. I love you.
Auntie was my great aunt, and I really only saw her once a year during family vacations as a child. And if someone had told me as a child that there were other nieces out there, I probably would not have believed it, just because of the amount of love and attention that she gave to me, and that she even gave to my brother and our other cousins. She was so intentional, and she was very personal. And I don't know how she had so much love. It just, she never ran out. She just had enough. And it's just so astonishing to me. And that's the one thing that I really remember about her. And then I also remember thinking as a child, how is she so elegant? Because every single movement that she made, when she entered the room, she was like a swan. The way she stood, it was glorious, honestly. And that was something I always admired and I always looked up to as well. And so I just wanted to share that. Everybody.
I just want to say a few kind words. This woman was so selfless. And she meant a whole lot to me. We shared a lot and we traveled a lot. And this was so sudden, but I think I'm able to rest in the fact that she's in heaven. She woke up every morning and she prayed out loud. And it woke us up. And I asked her, I said, hey, Miss Juattee, you think God can hear us if we just pray silently? And she said, no. You pray out loud. You pray out loud. And I'm just miss her. And just want to say that she pretty much carried her baby, as you can see. But she came out looking just like her. When I think of her, I can't help but just think about how selfless she really was. And I just hope that I could be that way. That's what I take from her. It really wasn't about her, it was about everybody else. And I watched her cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Miss Juattee, you ain't tired? And all she was concerned about was, were we full? I would try to wake up before her sometimes and beat her to cook breakfast just to give her a break. She'd hear me in the kitchen and she'd call me, no, Tiffany, I got it. I'm like, you sure you don't want to help? No, I got it. It meant that much for her to be of service to her family. I've only been in her life for 5 years. But in those 5 years, I could say I've earned a lifetime worth of wisdom that I could take with me. So I appreciate her for loving me the way she did. And talking to me and taking the time to really know me. And I'm really going to miss her. I'm really going to always try to make sure I can, honor her. Y'all know she liked her house clean, so I can't see one speck on the floor without sweeping it up. That's just how she did it, So I just wanted to pay my respects. Thank y'all.
At this time, we'll go ahead and get things started, going to the grave site at Lincoln Cemetery. If anybody needs any further details than that, talk to Simeon, Stacy, or I, or any other brothers, or Lisa, and we'll carry on from here. Thank y'all for coming. And I'd like to give a special thank you to the family for being here, and to Donald Trmble Cemetery, Mortuary. Thank you for your services, for setting things up so beautifully. Yep. And thank you to her school for coming out, for my brother's school for coming out too. It means a lot to us, man. Yeah, sure.
To all of you all who have come to share in these services, the family of Mrs. Juattee Rogers would like to thank family and friends for all your prayers, words of inspiration, acts of kindness, and support during this time of bereavement. May God richly bless each of you, the family.